So Tom, thanks for agreeing to be interviewed for this. Could you just introduce yourself, say who you are and what kind of coach you are?
Sure. So my name is Tom Scott, and I'm an experienced coach working mostly with teachers, young adults, and those in the non-profit sector.
Okay, and can you tell us a little bit about your coaching journey? So what got you to this point?
Sure. For me, I first came across coaching in 2018. So I was coached by a friend of a friend, and it was a really great experience that came along at the right time for me. I suppose I was feeling a bit sort of unfulfilled, a bit stuck at the time, and it really helped me to sort of mentally untangle, I suppose, and move forward confidently in my life. And I think towards the end of those sessions, the coach actually recommended that I might try out the training myself. So I went and signed up to Coactive Training Institute in America, online, of course, at this point. And that was a great experience. And I went through right to my certification recently. So that was a really positive experience. And no looking back now.
Brilliant. It's funny how often it seems to me that coaches get into coaching by being coached themselves. It's quite
Yes.
common story. And what is it you most love about coaching?
I think really it boils down to just having that kind of safe and trusted space to come and talk to someone who actually you might have only met a few times, and often the depth and the quality of the conversation sort of exceeds what you might have at home or with friends. And so that's the range and the power of those conversations is what is so interesting for me, and how much that can help people to sort of move forward and to unknot and really build greater self-awareness.
And what would you say is your biggest coaching challenge?
I think the one challenge I come across a lot is just the sort of assumptions and misconceptions around what coaching is. There's sort of a few stereotypes floating around of life coaches, and also how it relates to therapy and that sort of thing. So for me, it's just that initial kind of pushback and misunderstanding of what it is. And so that's something that sort of I'm sure the country is coming around to and further understanding, but I still find that I bump up against that a little bit, which isn't a big problem, but it just makes it that bit less easy to describe, I suppose.
I'm going to ask you a little bit about Coach Matters now. I was wondering if you could explain how you came across Coach Matters and what your experiences have been with us.
Sure. So in my previous job, I had a colleague who recommended it via Sarah. She knew Sarah, and she sort of said this might be great timing for you to sign up. And it was great timing because I was post certification, but sort of floating around as a coach, as coaches do independently. And Coach Matters seemed to be a great opportunity to kind of reconnect with a group of peers and to kind of keep learning, keep boosting skills. And so, signed up to the pilot program, which I really enjoyed.
Brilliant. And if you were trying to describe Coach Matters to someone else, what would you say?
I think in a very independent and sort of individual area of work, it really reconnects coaches to a network and provides opportunities to develop their business practice, and sort of learn about their style of coaching and keep developing that, and really gives a chance to sort of move forward, and those opportunities continue even beyond the course. So you're kind of held in this sort of really the sort of hub and the safety net beyond just the training sessions. And I think that's really key if you're in a role like coaching where you are really just spending a lot of time solo in your head. It's really vital to reconnect and keep learning and connect with positive, like-minded coaches who are looking for the same thing as you.
Brilliant. And finally, what's your long-term hope for your coaching career?
long-term hope is really to continue to coach alongside a full-time job, and to keep that sort of rolling client base in the areas that I mentioned. And I think the other area I'd love to sort of keep moving into is raising awareness about what coaching is, and particularly how that might help younger people, young adults, as they're sort of coming out of formal education, particularly as at that age they can't typically afford a full price coach. So where are the opportunities to offer that to them? That would be a really interesting area for me to explore.
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much for talking to us today. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Pleasure.